Mr. Hiranandani, if I could come to you first, your views on the budget. It is a very forward-looking, pragmatic, reformist budget, but not a populist one. Would you agree with that?
I think this is a very balanced budget. Remember, the economy has been very challenged. Ukraine, Russian war, look at the recession taking place in international countries, look at the situation in Pakistan, look at the situation in Sri Lanka. Our imports on oil, we have been able to save 35,000 crores by just dealing with Russia instead of the open markets. Look at the situation. So internationally, I think it's a very, very good budget that could have happened. There has been surplus generated in incomes in terms of direct taxes, indirect taxes. On infrastructure, we have increased the expenditure by 30%. So I think it's a very good budget. Yes, there are a lot of dissatisfaction with individuals or corporates or sectors of society that they are not happy that they could have given more. Dil mange more. So I think that has definitely been an idea, including the real estate, where we find that a lot of things were expected of the budget and did not happen. So I can see that part of it in the other sectors of society also. So by and large, I would say for the country with 7.2% growth, 6.2% growth that we are looking forward, better than the rest of the world. And we have been able to manage with 8% depreciation in the rupee. The other countries have seen a huge loss in that terms, including China. So I think all in all, a good budget that has been taking place. Of course, I am also unhappy with certain positions not having happened. And but that is part of the budget. You can't expect everything that we want is what Nirmala Sitharaman ji will give. So that's the kind of story I think has happened today.
So picking on from what you said about worries of a global slump amid COVID, amid Ukraine war, etc., what do you think drives the India story? What is making India the bright spot in the world amid all of this?
I think first time we have taken not the western side, not the eastern side, but we have taken the India side. All our economy drivers, whether it is in manufacturing, whether it's in agriculture, whether it's in IT, whether it's in progress of manufacturing, or it is housing or infrastructure, the entire thing is targeted towards growth of the country's GDP, growth of employment, and focus on that aspect of it which is to be done. Of course, there is a lot remains to be done, but a lot is happening, and a lot of thing like the target for Amritkal is a target that we are going through. Can we do more than what has been done? The answer is always yes. We can always do much more, and we hope that in the next couple of years, India will do even better than what it is. Right. To reach the $5 trillion mark, which the Prime Minister has used as a target, we need at least an 8% growth instead of a 6.2% growth, which we hope that with all the changes and investments, this will happen in the economy in spite of the fact that the target is 6.2%. I'm sure that we'll be able to do. With a focus on infrastructure, housing, textiles, I think the employment situation also can be brought under control. But there is one big point, and that has also been pointed out by the Prime Minister, that there are lots of jobs are begging, but there are not people skilled for the jobs. For instance, in the real estate industry, 10 years ago when I wanted 100 skilled workers, painters, carpenters, plumbers, fitters, electrician, all these things, I would get 500 of them. Today, when I want 100 skilled workers, I don't get 20. Right. So on one side, India has unemployment, and on the other side, we don't have skilling. So one of the biggest things which is important, also mentioned by the Finance Minister, is that we need to have a targeted, oriented skilling, reskilling, unskilling and reskilling type of and upskilling of people in this country in order to take the job opportunities that will be there, whether it's in the physical field like we are operating, tourism, which becomes another heavily, labor-intensive field of activity, or in other fields of activity which we think we need to focus on, including service industry. So all in all, the direction is correct. Whether we can do much more, of course, and whether something is left out in whatever we have done, answer is yes. We will always have something left out which probably could have been done or should have been done, or I would have liked it to be done. But I guess everything can't be done for every sector of the society in one budget.
All right, last question before we let you go. Real estate, your key takeaways for that sector, quick 3 points.
Point number one, I think the issue which has really been boggling me is the fact that the cost of apartments have gone up and the interest rates have gone up from 6.5 to 8.2. I would have thought that the standard deduction for home loans, which is still stuck at 2 lakhs of rupees for the last 10, 12 years, should have been increased to 5 lakhs of rupees, because EMI of all the common people who have bought houses, and especially the middle class who has gone to buy houses, quite difficult. And I was hoping that they will do it. Second is the loan to value, which is not going to affect the government at all. It's a question of getting a higher amount of loan for the thing. We are looking at 65%, and in the case of affordable housing, 90%. But affordable housing is defined as less than 45 lakhs. So I think that's a challenge. I hope that the RBI will intervene and make those changes so that more borrowing can be done by individuals to get housing sector. And the last, which is the capital gains for the sale of the house, I think that could have been a better handle.
All right. That was Niranjan Hiranandani joining us on the broadcast with his views on the budget. Thank you for joining us.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.